Hello, my name is Rebecca Lynch, and I am the Development Director for Arts AVL. I'm going to provide an overview of the Arts for Schools grant opportunity. We are grateful to the Walnut Cove Members Association and Bronc Auctions for their support. Exposure to the arts, both in and outside the classroom, is proven to improve academic success. However, not all students have the same opportunities to enjoy these benefits. These arts opportunities can take many forms. The Arts for Schools grants helps Buncombe County nonprofits, arts organizations, and teaching artists provide arts-focused performances, classes, workshops, residencies, and field trips for students attending local K through 12 public schools. Grants for fiscal year 24, July 1, 2023 through June 30th, 2024 will range from $500 to $1,000. The deadline to apply is August 14th, 2023. The overall timeline is as such. The application will open on July 17th, and all applications will be due by the deadline of August 14th. Following the review process, we hope to announce awards by mid-September, with funds being distributed in early October. Importantly to note, all grantees will be required to submit a final report by June 30th, 2024. In regards to eligibility, your business, the arts organization, or your teaching artist business must have been in operation for at least 1 year and be physically located in Buncombe County. It must be a 501c3 nonprofit arts organization or a qualified teaching artist. And as a qualified teaching artist, to be considered, you must either have a BA or BFA in a specific art form or an equivalent in training and experience. The organization or the teaching artist must have at least 5 years of experience working in arts education, providing arts education opportunities. Programs must serve students in Buncombe County public schools. They must align with the North Carolinians Common Core Curriculum and Essential Standards. And if you go to our guidelines, there's a link to those standards that you can look at. And the program must take place between July 1st, 2023 and June 30th, 2024. Programs do not need to be scheduled by the application date. However, funded programs must take place between July 1, 23 and June 30, 24. Priorities that will be considered for funding. Economically disadvantaged schools or underserved communities. Proposals focusing on serving students in economically disadvantaged schools will receive priority. Applicants will also have the opportunity to explain how their program serves an underserved community in your application. In the guidelines document, also linked on our Arts for Schools grant page, you will see the links to the resources and the guidelines for more information on these rankings and which schools apply. Multicultural programs. Although our top priority is serving economically disadvantaged schools, we will also prioritize multicultural programs. For a program to be considered multicultural, it must be conducted by artists, ensembles, or organizations of color and or promote African American, Asian American, Latino, or Native American cultures. When we're looking at what expenses can be funded by this grant, allowable expenses include artist fees, and bear in mind that this is only for artists who are located in Buncombe County for the specific school program outlined in the proposal. Can support student materials and art supplies. It can support admission or transportation fees to attend offsite arts experiences, field trips, things like that. The grant cannot fund a whole list of things. I'm just going to highlight a few here on this list, including fees for artists not located in Buncombe County, transportation fees not related to students, purchasing artworks, fundraising events, school band and choir activities, and things like that. You can see the full list here outlined here in the guidelines. As we and the grant review panel are looking at your application, these are the categories that your application will be evaluated upon: the completeness of the application, the feasibility of program completion within the time frame, the alignment of arts with North Carolina Department of Public Instruction standards, the impact on economically disadvantaged schools or underserved communities, and of course the students there, multicultural programs, and accessibility and inclusion. And we're going to be talking about these a little bit more detail. So as we go through this on the selection process, all applications are initially screened by staff for the first review for completeness, eligibility, feasibility, and evaluation. In regards to the completeness of the application, was it entirely complete? Was more information requested? Was more information requested but not submitted? Is the entirety of the request eligible, part of it eligible, or none of it eligible? Is it feasible that the project or program will be completed by June 30th, 2024? We'll need to work with them to ensure that the request is completed or that it cannot be completed within this time frame. And regarding evaluation, will the organization be able to provide the necessary information for the final report? Will they need assistance to make sure that they can do the final report and collect the necessary information, or they do not believe they'll be able to provide the evaluation data? So all of these will go through an initial staff review. Applications receiving a 0 serious concerns on any of these categories or a total score below 20 will not progress past this first round. Once applications have gone through the initial staff review round and have proceeded on in the process, they will be scored by a selection panel of 3 to 5 individuals, and those will be based on the following criteria. Again, application completeness, good understanding of the proposal based on what has been submitted, feasibility, the confidence of the organization to complete the proposal within the time frame, alignment of the arts with the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction standards. How much does this program impact economically disadvantaged students or underserved communities? How much does this program promote African American, Asian American, Latino, and Native American cultures and or support artists, ensembles, or organizations of color? And accessibility and inclusion. How well does this program engage and support students with diverse abilities, needs, and cultural backgrounds? The grant review panel is composed of 3 to 5 volunteers who are selected to review the applications and make final funding recommendations. The panelists are expected to review and score each application using a scoring spreadsheet provided by ArtsAVL based on the criteria that I just went over. Those scores are then combined and ranked by ArtsAVL staff, and a full joint meeting of all the panelists is then held together where we review the combined scores, discuss the applications, any concerns or questions, and then create a list of final funding recommendations. Please know that every applicant's combined scores, as well as any additional notes and feedback, will be given to the applicants at the end of this process so that applications can be improved going forward and to give you the feedback that we received from the selection panel. Grant requirements. If you are in a situation that you are receiving an ArtsAVL award, a grant award for this program, your organization will be entering into a contractual agreement with ArtsAVL. You'll be expected to keep ArtsAVL staff informed of any project milestones and changes. This is also related if you have your contact information for who submitted your grant application, whose contact on file. Please let us know if that changes as well. But mostly we are very invested in your success and we'd like to be a part of sharing your stories. So please keep us posted along the way. As I've noted before, the organization will be required to complete a final report by June 30th, you'll be receiving instructions and a form in which to do that. Very, very important to note, if you do not submit your final report, then you do not receive a funding in the next grant cycle. You must also demonstrate and acknowledge support and recognition of Arts AVL. You will be provided with a logo with your grant contract for you to share when promoting and this program that Arts AVL was a funder. So to apply, to apply, you're going to be visiting artsavl.org/schools. You'll click on the Google Forms link and it'll take you to a form that looks like the below, and you'll be able to apply there. And along the way, if you need any help with your applications or have specific questions, please email me at rebecca@artsavl.org. And please email me first, no phone calls, please. I'll be happy to set up a time to chat with you, answer any questions and all of that. Send me an email and we'll set up a time to chat. And thank you again so much. Good luck with your applications. And we are really excited to hear about your programs and how you're interested in bringing arts education opportunities to the students of Buncombe County. Thank you.